Hi. I'm still here. Um, Doing better. It's been a couple of months now since I shot my last video, and I've had some crazy skin thing going on, and I'm going to do a separate post about that. Was inspired to do this one, so whoever needed to hear it, here you go. I did something a little bit different. I typed up what I wanted to talk about in the video, and I did it as a blog post on my blog. And I'm uploading this video onto Facebook directly and onto YouTube separately. So if you are more of a reading type person, you can go to my blog at goingbeyondcoping.com, and the blog post is titled "It Could Be Worse" and "The Devil That You Know." It wasn't very long ago that I was reading in the group about someone lamenting over someone telling them it could be worse. And I get that. I do, totally. I mean, I've been there before where, it offended my sensibilities, because when people say it could be worse, you get the feeling that they don't think it's bad enough. And it is. Of course it is. It's bad enough. So some things that you could do is to redirect that. Instead of getting upset, you hear, it could be worse. And you're like, oh, don't get me started. But instead you can say something like, people always say that about things they don't understand. And it's true about anything, rock climbing, whatever. I mean, everyone has a different perspective of something until they experience it themselves. You could say, it has been worse. It's okay right now, but it's been a lot worse. Or you can say, it keeps getting worse. I mean, every day I'm learning something new I have to deal with because of this. So thanks, but yeah, I know it could be worse because I'm thinking tomorrow it might be. Sometimes you want to say things to people in a way that makes them think. You don't want them to feel bad. That's not your goal. But you definitely want them to think about what they said. If you're feeling confrontational, you could always say, yeah, is that what I should say to you when you get an incurable illness? Yikes. I'm a mess. My hair, I haven't been able to do much of anything because I don't know what's got my skin set off. So I'm being as minimalist as possible. So definitely not my glamour shots video. But it's all good. Okay, mostly people, they don't want to hurt your feelings. So if they're saying something to you like it could be worse, you need to realize that their goal is not to hurt your feelings. Sometimes people say things that leave you feeling bad, and sometimes it's you that says something that leaves someone else feeling bad. And I had this issue with my husband where I would say something and he would hear it different from the spirit of the message. That's what I always like to say. You need to focus on the spirit of the message, because sometimes people say dumb things. I mean, it comes out wrong. They use the wrong phrasing or a word that's offensive, or, we're all just human beings. We're not robots. It's not scripted. You might call a car an automobile. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you meant. And there's so many things going on in social media with people getting their words served to them, shoved down their throats because they used a poor choice of words. And in relationships, fortunately, we're not going to be social media blacklisted because we said something wrong to our spouse. But you do want to fix it. You don't want to leave things like that. So one of my favorite things to say to my husband is, I'm sorry you heard it that way. Because he did. I said the words, they went in his ear one way, but that's not the way I meant them to go in his ear. So I ask for him to give me the opportunity to correct my phrasing because I lean back on the relationship. You know, if someone says something to you that hurts your feelings, you have to think to yourself, does this person want to hurt my feelings? Is that their goal? Or are they just maybe misspeaking somehow? And I tell my husband, I love you. I want the best for you. I would never intentionally say anything to hurt your feelings. So if your feelings are hurt, we should discuss it so that I can clear up what it was that I meant. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not doing as much when I'm talking. And that's because ever since my skin issue started, I've had more saliva, which is amazing because, you know, the Sjogren's takes your saliva, and that's what made my mouth so dry. So, raw. That's some sort of progress. That leads me to the next thing. Wait, I'm jumping ahead. No, yeah, this leads me to the next thing. So, if you're a person who gets miffed when people say it could be worse, you need to get over that. You've got a lifelong of days to live with this illness, issue, chronic, whatever you're going through, it's yours. You're owning it. And if you let every little thing bother you, you're going to make yourself crazy. Avoid the symptoms and just don't let what people say bother you. Think about something else, change your thoughts, listen to music, sing a song, whatever. Okay, so now we head on to the devil that you know is better than the devil that you don't. And that's an idiom. I did not make it up, and I am not calling my illness a devil. I do not feel any connection to that in a literal sense whatsoever. It's just an idiom. So about October 6th, so heading into 2 months ago now, I got bit on the hand by a couple of buffalo gnats. They're like flies, but smaller, and they bite. And I had a little allergic reaction on my hand, and within a couple of weeks, I experienced hives, a rash, wheals, which are like the round things. Oh, my fingertips are pink. Got some things going on, people. Let's see. I had lichenification from scratching. My skin got all hard. I had eruptions, like little pimples. It was very difficult. It covered like 80% of my body. Oh God, it was brutal. It was so brutal. Really, you have no idea. And I'm going to do a separate post about that. Urticaria, hives, and the leaky gut diet. That will be coming up. I'm going to be doing a lot more activity on my blog. I'm feeling so much better physically, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So I really want to blast out as much things as I can before I start tanking again. If I start tanking. No, you don't know. We don't know. Okay, so let's see. So I have had fibromyalgia and myofascial pain syndrome for about 24 years. It's a very long time. And I'm a tweaker in the sense of I like to tweak my life to try and sort out what's happening to me and why it's happening to me and what I can do to infect, that's not the right word, affect, change on my symptoms, because I want to be comfortable. I want to have a more comfortable life. So, like recently I watched a YouTube video. Chiropractor does this series of YouTube videos. His YouTube channel name is Motivational Doc, and that's all together one word. And he did a video about how you should sit in your car and like lowering the seat down, and you should have your elbow on something, because if you're not, you're putting this out and it's putting this extra weight. And I'll be damned if I didn't change the way that I was sitting in my car. And within like 3 to 5 days, I noticed a reduction in my back and neck pain. So trying different things is a very smart thing to do when you have any chronic illness. What's going to make a difference? Is it a different food, a different exercise, a different way that you think about things like meditation and positivity and supplements? And I mean, there's so many different things that you can try to try and make things a little bit better. So I'm an expert on my fibro. I know everything about it. I know, I have like usually 3 to 7 triggers flaring at all times to where I touch and it hurts. Like not just pushing, but like literally just touching and it hurts. Still working on that cough. Okay, so I'm very familiar with it. And when the skin thing started, my fibro just went boof. It was just gone. Like I have tenderness in my triggers, but no radiating pain and no widespread body pain since this whole skin thing started. So I was joking with my friend and I said, well, the autoimmune portal to hell is open. I might as well try and send some things back. And it appears that I've sort of succeeded somehow because my fibromyalgia is almost invisible and I have some saliva back. So yeah, good stuff. But the hive thing was ridiculously painful and the devil that I didn't know. And I did everything wrong. I started with, I think, coconut oil and a little turmeric because I use turmeric for my fibro pain. And I thought, that would be good for this too. And I bought a liquid coconut oil at Target. And I don't know if something in that set me off, but it went raging after that. And I've heard so many different things connected to this. I've been visiting a dermapathologist. I went to see an infectious disease specialist. I'm off to see an allergist next. And it looked like I had 6 different illnesses on my body at the same time. It looked like impetigo. It looked like vitiligo. It looked like scleroderma. It looked like psoriasis. It looked like eczema. It looked like cellulitis. It looked like lichenification. I mean, urticaria. It was like, I'll put pictures on my post. Honestly, it was brutal. It was one of the most difficult things I've ever experienced, and I've been attacked by a dog. It was tough. But here I am. And I still have like some discoloration. You can kind of see how it's the drastic difference between the pink and the white on my hand. And that was all over my palm and all down both my hands. It's definitely looking a lot better today. Still on prednisone, weaning off of it and hoping that I can maintain. I have a little bit of it over my eyes too, so who knows what's going on. It's always something. When you have an autoimmune disease, it's always something. Okay, this is getting long, so I want to wrap it up. So let's see. I'm grateful for the respite. Taking the time to know yourself and what makes you tick will serve you more than anything else that you can do in your coping with your chronic illness. You are the one who will benefit the most. Okay, on deck for posts are the urticaria, hives, and the leaky gut diet. A separate post about the leaky gut diet and some leaky gut diet recipes. Warm water with honey in the morning to help combat caffeine withdrawal and increase wakefulness. I'm going to do a post about that. Celery juice. Everyone's talking about celery juice. I'm doing it, and I'll do a video about it. And I'm hoping to get to the second monkey video over the holiday break. If my skin holds up, I'll be able to do that. If you haven't seen the Killing the Monkey in Your Mind video, it's all about learning to clear your mind without meditating. It's an hour long, so you can go through it in spurts. There's a companion post on my blog as well at goingbeyondcoping.com. I'm doing a new thing. I noticed a lot of people take social media breaks now, so they're not getting that Positively Narcolepsy post on a regular basis. And I took some breaks from social media while I was really struggling with my skin issue. So I decided I'm going to do a daily positivity post, a daily dose of positivity for people with chronic illness. It will be either an inspiring story, chronic illness musing, some quotes to help keep you motivated or uplifted, a song that resonated with me for whatever reason. And it'll go out daily via email. You can sign up for that on my blog post. On my blog, find the post called The Daily Dose. You can search in the search field. If you can't find it, just scroll. It was fairly recent, so you should be able to find it, assuming you're watching this video. Not a year after I've made it. I forget about time in that sense with videos. As always, thank you for watching my videos and giving them a like and a share. I do appreciate it, and I know that from the emails that I get from people that other people appreciate you doing that too, because sometimes you just need this and it helps. I need it. I get it from other people. You can get it from me. You can support my site going to my blog, goingbeyondcoping.com, and liking any of the posts, commenting, sharing. Those all help get the traffic moving to that page. My YouTube channel is goingbeyondcoping.com, and I still spend the majority of my time on Positively Narcolepsy on Facebook. That's my baby. And in the Positively Narcolepsy group on Facebook, where you can come with your narcolepsy and have some positive experiences and good conversations with people and not worry about having a cataplexy from all the heavy stuff that goes on in the bigger, very important groups. Still go to those groups, and I love them. I was just in them yesterday. But yeah, Positively Narcolepsy group is great if you want to keep positive. Finally getting to that giveaway. So I started working for a company called Warm Human back in July, August. And they have taken essential oils and put them into a balm. And they have 24 scents. And I'm going to be doing a 3-cent giveaway, not pennies, but cents, and a compact to keep them in. So I'll be posting about that on the Positively Narcolepsy page on Facebook. So if you're not on Facebook, you're going to miss out on this one. We'll think about maybe doing another one on Instagram later. So you'll essentially just be liking the page, their page, my page, and then making a comment about which scents that you would like to get. So I'll be getting that out for sure this week before Friday. You can go to the Positively Narcolepsy page and just search Warm Human, I guess, warm as opposed to cold, and human as opposed to zombie. All right, I'm about to have a coughing fit, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you again, and make it a great day. The choice is yours. It is. You don't think it is, but it is. You'll figure it out. Okay, I have to go stop itching.